Hi, and welcome back to Purple Collar Life. This video, I think, is going to be a short one, all about assembling my new cart for in the garage. Now, a lot of times I'm working on things out here in the garage, and for example, doing an oil change, I'm setting those bottles of oil down on the ground, I'm constantly reaching down and picking them up, and I've always wanted one of those little plastic carts for in the garage. I just thought they'd be handy to move stuff around, put my tools on it for projects that I'm going to be working from the workbench to the vehicle or whatever I'm working on. So finally, and they got me, Harbor Freight sent me one of those 25% off coupons, and I'm a sucker for that. I'm like, oh, 25% off any one item. I thought about getting a trash pump to be able to pump water out of the creek and fill up the IBC totes. I thought all kinds of use for a trash pump at 25% off. But then as I was walking around, I saw one of these, normally $99, used my 25% off coupon, got it for 70 some dollars, and thought, it's time to use one of these in the garage instead of always wanting one. Not that huge of an investment and should be a pretty quick assembly process. So let's get started. If you're looking for one of these at Harbor Freight, this is the Franklin brand, model 58322, Franklin 30 by 60 inch industrial polypropylene service cart. I don't even know if this is going to require any tools or if it's just kind of push the pieces into each other. We're going to find out. I'm sure we will come across some instructions as we pull the pieces out. Here's our instructions. So here's our assembly instructions. It's got an illustration and 6 steps. It is going to require some tools, but it doesn't tell me what size tools or what tools I need, unless it said it on the back. Nope. So here's our caster wheels. Here's our legs. And here's our bolts. So I looked through the instructions and pulled some of the parts out. I think we're going to need a screwdriver, so I brought my Milwaukee driver out. But I also brought a big Phillips head just in case. And I pulled one of the carriage bolts out and discovered that is a 14 millimeter nut on the end of it. I also grabbed a rubber mallet just in case some of these plastic pieces don't slide in quite as easily as you'd want them to. So the first thing we're going to do is find out where each one of these legs lines up. And you can see they have a foot to them that goes into a molded area on the bottom, but you've got to slide these channels into their slots. So there's one. This one would go here. 2. 3. And 4. Now, if you didn't have them all the way down in, you just give them a little tap with the mallet. But our next step is to use these carriage bolts, and they're going to go through the square tops on these legs that we just put through. So here you can see the carriage bolt will go down into the position it sits through a square hole. Each one has a lock washer and a nut for it. If it doesn't go down into the slot, just rotate the carriage bolt a little bit. Now we can see where these bolts are coming through, and that's where we're going to put our casters. Now there's 2 types of casters. This is a solid non-swivel caster and a swivel caster. Now on the end of the cart, you want to have both your swivels or both your solids. I don't know which end is going to be the front yet. I think I'll make this end be the solid section. So we're going to put the solid caster on this end. And then we're going to put our lock washer and nut on each bolt. Once you get the first one on, it should be easier. First one's going to help you hold everything in place. There we go. First one started. That should make all the others easier now. Here's a little tip for you. I had brought out my gear wrench because I thought that would be the easiest, but you can see it won't fit on this nut. It does fit on this one. So on the nut on this side, I will use my socket and ratchet. But this side I can do this way. Maybe on its side would be easier. That is easier to do it on its side. Okay, now we have all the casters installed. And it says to put the upper surface upside down on my work area. So there it is, upside down. Then we're going to take the handle section, slide it down onto here. Now the instructions say you can do this either way. You can put the handle on the swivel end or the stationary end. I want the handle on the swivel end, so I'm going to put it all like this. Going to get the pins to line up. Those two look okay. These ones I'm having a little bit more trouble. And maybe it's because of the handle. So I think the problem is the handle isn't pounded down far enough. Yep, that was our problem. Okay, all four corners are in. Now we just need to screw these big screws from underneath in. But instead of working upside down, I'm going to flip this whole thing over and see if I can do it on the table. So 3 screws go in each corner. You could do them by hand. You definitely would not want to strip them out. I'm going to get them started with the screwdriver and finish them with the Milwaukee. Perfect. So that was a pretty easy task, and this is exactly what I was looking for. I was glad to get that 25% off coupon from Harbor Freight. Keep them coming. Do have one question though. This rod that's underneath, leave a comment what you think that rod's for. Now I thought it was for a roll of paper towels, which I thought was a great idea, but I can't get this thing to pop up out. So I'm guessing maybe you're not supposed to remove it. And in that case, is this just to lay a rag over? Leave a comment down below. What do you think this rod underneath of the handle is for? Now in the future, the tools I'm going to use just throw in my cart and wheel over to where I'm working.